Good evening and welcome to West Carter High School for a Mantis Sports Media production of 16th Region High School Volleyball action. Tonight's matchup is going to be facing the home team, West Carter Lady Comets, who are 7-1 on the season, against district opponent and district rival, Morgan County, currently sitting right now at 1-4. So we like to thank you to West Carter High School and John Hop Brown Court for tonight's volleyball action. Of course, we just finished up with the JV matchup just a few minutes ago, and West Carter picked that one up and took it in straight sets, 2-0. So we'd like to congratulate the West Carter JV squad on their win over Morgan County just a little bit ago. But tonight we do have a district matchup between the Lady Comets and the Lady Cougars. Of course, the Lady Comets coached by Christy Tackett in her third season, and the coach of the Lady Cougars is Melissa Conley, also in her third season. She replaced a longtime coach from Morgan County, Tammy, several years back, like I said, 3 years back, one that I actually competed against many years ago. When Morgan County was definitely a force to be reckoned with in the 16th region during about the 2008, 2009, and about the 2010 season. They had some fantastic players, and they were one of the best teams in the region. Never did win the region during that time period, but they always gave their best and put their best effort out there. And but they were definitely the one. If you would take a look at the wins and loss across the region, they were tops. Program's kind of been in a decline for several years on there. So we are interested to take a look and see how this Lady Cougar team is going to show up here tonight against in this district matchup. Of course, last year the Lady Cougars, as we mentioned, were struggling. They had a record of 5-21. Of course, being on the edge of the 16th region, they do play a lot of out-of-region teams that is close to them. So their 16th region record was 3-9, and last year they was winless in the 62nd district. Of course, they defeated West Carter. Played them 3 times last year and defeated Morgan County 3-0 in the first matchup of the season. Scores on that was 25-6, 25-13, 25-5. Then they played them again a little bit later on in the season and also beat them in straight sets, 25-11, 25-4, and 25-16. And then finally they faced off in the first round of the district tournament last year, and West Carter once again on top, defeated them in straight sets, 25-5, 25-4, 25-10. So definitely some rebuilding for the Lady Cougars, and if we take a look at their roster, pretty not a whole lot in the cupboard on there for them. But we're anxious to see how they're going to come out here and take on this very tough West Carter Lady Comet team. As we saw them last night, took on and beat the Fairview Lady Eagles 3-1 in a good matchup. So taking a look as the teams are getting warmed up around the region last night. Few games going on. Usually Monday is not too busy, but East Carter traveled to Fleming County last night and ended up winning in straight sets, 3-0. The final scores were 25-19, 25-15, 25-14. So East Carter getting a big win over Fleming County last night. Also, Lewis County playing out-of-region opponent, Robertson County, defeats them in straight sets last night, 25-19, 25-10, 25-21. Elsewhere, taking a look and seeing if there's any other action, we had the Rose Hill Christian getting a big win against Raceland, 3-1 with the scores 25-16, 25-20, 15-25, and then 25-21. So Rose Hill beating Raceland last night. And then, of course, a game that was heard on the Greenup County Beacon, was Russell against Greenup County, and Russell defeated Greenup County in straight sets, 25-6, 25-15, 25-16. And then, of course, the game that you saw here last night on Manta Sports Media was the West Carter versus Fairview, and that was a 3-1 victory for the Lady Comets, 27-25, 25-20, 24-26, and 25-23. So that's all around the region last night. Of course, tonight, a little bit more action as Fairview travels the Paul Blazer for some 16th Region Volleyball action. And also taking a look around the district, the region, just a little bit more, so that we can try to get some more information out there. Boyd County is going to be traveling to Greenup County. That should be a big matchup there, because Boyd County definitely one of the better teams in the region. But they're going to be taking on a Greenup County squad, which I believe they defeated already earlier in the season. And also taking a look around just a touch more, Raceland is going to be back at Rose Hill. So they played last night at Raceland, and so they're going to be playing again tonight at Rose Hill. So we'll see how that turns out. Of course, Ironton, Ohio is coming in to Russell to play Russell at 7 o'clock here tonight, or right after the JV matchup. And I believe that is it, besides the district matchup we have here today, with West Carter taking on Morgan County here on John Hop Brown Court. Of course, Lady Comets will be idle until on Saturday, in which they're going to be traveling over to Raceland for the 16th Region All-A tournament. We haven't got the bracket on that one just yet, but I believe they are going to be playing possibly at 10 o'clock because some teams that are going to be in that, of course, is going to be the host, Raceland Lady Rams, and also the Fairview Lady Eagles, which we saw in action here last night. Of course, West Carter, big win over Fairview, 3-1. Taking a look at some stats from last night's game, they ended up with a total of 34 kills. Rebecca Stevens led the squad with 10 kills, getting into double digits. And then Madison Atkins picked up 8 of her own. Jenna Jordan got 6. Peyton Stegall with 7. Macy Inskeep with 2. And Cora Burton with 1. 9 blocks on the night by the Lady Comets. 3 of them came from Rebecca Stevens, and once again, block leader again was Madison Atkins. 33 assists on the night, 23 of them coming from Atkins, and then the rest of them come from Melia Airwood with 5, and Haley James with 4, and Peyton Stegall with 1. 71 digs on the night. Lady Comets were very active, with Madison Atkins getting 24 of those. Melia Airwood with 14. Kinsey Hay with 8. Haley James with 7. Rebecca Stevens with 7. And Jenna Jordan with 7. And then, of course, Cora Burton with 1. Peyton Stegall with 2. And Macy Inskeep with 1. 14 total aces on the night for the Lady Comets last night, as 8 of them came from Madison Atkins again. And then kind of spread pretty evenly around Haley James, Rebecca Stevens, Peyton Stegall, Jenna Jordan, and Cora Burton all receiving 1, except for Haley James got 2. So West Carter very productive last night. Of course, hopefully we went into some extra volleyball for a few sets last night, so hopefully that didn't wear out the Lady Comets too much. So we're going to hope that they're rested up from today and ready to take on this district matchup here this evening. Of course, the Lady Comets right now 1-0 in their district play as they defeated East Carter on September 15th by a score of 3-2. Of course, as we mentioned, coming up a little bit later on, actually Thursday, I was correct, West Carter will be traveling to Bath County for another 16th Region matchup. And then over the weekend, as we mentioned, they'll be traveling to Raceland. We haven't got all the brackets on it or the time schedules just yet. but that should be hopefully up on the KHSA site sometime here soon. Then on next week, on Monday, West Carter heading down to Morgan County for another district matchup against the Lady Cougars. Then they're going to be going on Tuesday to Raceland, and then fall break's going to happen, so they're going to get a little bit of time off until October 5th, in which they're going to be heading over to Fairview. And then finishing up the rest of the season, the last home game for the Lady Comets is going to be October 8th. And that's going to be at here at John Hott Brown Court, and they're going to be taking on cross-county rivals East Carter. And then on the 13th of October, they're going to be going to Greenup County and finishing off the season on October 15th over at Round County. And so I believe this year, after talking to Coach Tackett after the last game, it looks like the district tournament is going to be held at Morgan County this year. And, of course, Morgan County was also scheduled to host the 16th Regional Tournament, but actually that one is going to be moved to West Carter High School. So we will bring you all of that tournament action as the week goes on during tournament week coming up here after the middle of October. Of course, as we said right now, West Carter definitely leading the district right now, only with 1-0 score, but definitely they are in the top dog position on there as they defeated East Carter once. But of course, East Carter has defeated Morgan County as well. So West Carter is sitting at 1-0. East Carter is 1-1 in the district as they beat Morgan County on the very first game of the season in straight sets. 3-0, and scores on that one was 25-5, 25-10, and 25-14. Of course, the only other team in the 62nd District for volleyball is Elliott County. And really, Elliott County is only has 2 games on their roster this year. So they are only, looks like according to the KHSA website, they are only going to be playing Bath County on September 30th, which that is coming up here next week, and then playing Bath County again at home. So it doesn't look like they're going to get their seeded games in on the district tournament. So that's going to put West on the top seed for now, East Carter in second place, and then Morgan County rounding out third. And then, of course, with the Lady Lions of Elliott County, they'd be in the 4th position at the moment. Of course, some interesting news in the world of sports as well. LEX 18 and several other sources, I think Kentucky.com and everything, mentioned the new protocol for basketball coming up this fall, which, that's not too far down the way. Like I said, we're about a month, a little bit over a month left in the volleyball season here, and usually everybody starts planning on basketball right after volleyball season. But the announcement of there will not be a jump ball to start the game off or to have it at the overtime period. So the basketball opener on whoever gets the first ball is going to be determined by a coin toss that's going to be called by the home team. And then if it does go to an overtime game, the visitor team will call the coin toss for the overtime period. And so that's definitely a change that is going to be coming up due to COVID restrictions that is there. So we're going to be seeing a little bit of different basketball come up in the 16th region and all across the Bluegrass this upcoming season. Of course, they'll still have jump balls or held balls between the teams, and that's going to be based on alternating position. So depending on where they had it at earlier. So that is, not going to change with that, but definitely the introduction of the coin toss to basketball. Never thought I would see that in my life, but we are definitely living in a different day and time. As 1 minute left to go on the horn, just sounded for the teams to start cleaning up. and getting ready. Of course, as volleyball having their changes as well. As we've mentioned across all of our different broadcasts, the visiting team is set to serve first at all volleyball matches. Of course, then there will be a coin toss only if we go to a fifth deciding set. So the 7-1 Lady Comets getting ready to come out and receive against the 1-4 Morgan County Lady Cougars. Of course, the only win of the year for Morgan County was a defeat of Menifee County, and of course, Menifee County is currently winless in the 16th region, and in their play, of course, Morgan beat Menifee 25-22, 25-15, 25-15. So let's take a look now at the starting lineups for West Carter. Out on the court right now, we have number 8, Madison Atkins. Number 20, Haley James. Number 2, Peyton Stegall. Number 34, Kenzie Hay. Number 3, Jenna Jordan. Number 43, Rebecca Stevens, and going to be checking in here for as the libero, and that's Malia Airwood. Of course, taking a look on the court for the Morgan County Lady Cougars, we have number 17, Lydia Lewis. Number 4, Haley Woodward. Number 2, Emma Stacy. Number 1, Abby Allen. And then number 31, Allison Keaton. And serving right now, that's number 9, Haley Baldwin. So West Carter handles the opening serve. Free ball over by the Lady Cougars. Atkins sets up the offense, and that one is a kill by Stegall. West Carter starts out strong with a Stegall kill, gives them a 1-0 lead. Of course, Peyton Stegall, who was responsible for that kill, is back to serve now for West Carter. And high set by Morgan County. Free balls it over. Rebecca Stevens gets it over to Peyton Stegall, hits it into the back. Morgan County one-hands it over. Atkins sets it up to Stevens, and who tips it over the blocker, and for another West Carter point. So that is 2-0 right now for the Lady Comets. Get our scoreboard up here. And this one hit to the back by Morgan County. And sending 2 attackers up, but that one's just a bit long there for Jordan. And so West Carter loses the serve and the point. And so now it is 2-1 with number 2, Emma Stacy, going to be serving now for Morgan County. Of course, Kenny Hahn is up on the ladder as the R1 tonight. And Atkins with the little tip over her head gets West Carter the serve back and the point. So it is now, that was just a bit short. Correction on that. And so that's going to give Morgan County ties it back up. Thought that went over the net, but it did not. So that point goes to Morgan County. Atkins sets this one up to Stevens. And line judge calls it out of bounds, a little bit too much to the right, and Morgan County has their first lead at the night at 3-2. And that serves in the net for Morgan County, ties the game back up at 3. Number 16, Macy Inskeep is coming in for West Carter, as Madison Atkins back to serve. This one popped up, can't be handled by the Lady Cougars, and ace for Madison Atkins. And this one popped up by the back row player, but couldn't be handled and went underneath the net. So point goes to West Carter. And this one turns sideways, trying to make contact with it, but bounces straight behind her. Usually you got to get right in front of those and square up to be able to pop that straight up, but she was faced directly toward us up here in the upper deck of Wes Carter. So it is now 6-3, Wes Carter lead. As Morgan County finally able to handle an Atkins serve. Gets this one to Stevens, and that one is hit in the net. Attack error, and that's going to give the ball back to Morgan County and cuts the Wes Carter lead down to 2. So number 4, Haley Woodward, now serving for Morgan County. Atkins sets this one up to Jordan, and Jordan gets the big kill. Takes it cross court. As Cora Burton checking in, she was checking in with a tie-dye shirt, and they had a reminder, you got to wear your jersey out there. So Cora Burton checks in now for Haley James. As Stevens serving now and pulls off an ace. Wes Carter extends their lead out to 4. And this one hit at the net, tried to dig it up, but not a whole lot underneath it, so that point's going to go to Wes Carter. This one popped up and bounced around. Morgan County having a little ball control issues on their passes. Looks like they're trying to make some, they're just making the contact with it, but not really hitting the direction where they want it at. This one, miscommunication between Keaton and Woodward. And so that gives Wes Carter the point. Scores now 11-4 as Morgan County takes a timeout. And just a reminder that you are watching Manta Sports Media live on Facebook. If you'd like to get in contact with us, send us an email at mantasportsmedia@gmail.com or give us a phone call at 606-207-3315. You can also send us a text to that number as well. And you can also send us a message here on Facebook. We'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to put down your comments in the comments section. Make sure you put down who you're rooting for tonight. If you're rooting for a specific player, let us hear that. We may try to get that on the air here in just a little bit. Also, if you want to give us a shout out on where you're from, love to hear from that. We've had several out-of-state watchers here in the last little bit, and we do thank you for your viewing here today. Stevens gets this one to the back row. Morgan County, this one's a free ball over. As Jordan gets this one, but blocked by the Morgan County. That was number 17, Lewis. But unfortunately, hitting errors gets it back into the net. And so now point goes back in to Wes Carter. And so another ace by Wes Carter. Rebecca Stevens. And scores 2 aces in a row. So Wes Carter definitely dominating early in this first set. It is now 15-4. Wes Carter now on top by 11 on the back of Rebecca Stevens' serves. This one just, it was a bit long, but it was touched last by Morgan County. So that's going to give West Carter another ace on the night, and takes our score now to 16-4. And another hitting error by Morgan County. So out of bounds on the touch. It's going to take it to 17-4, and Morgan County is going to call their second timeout of the set, trying to get the team settled back down. So remember, if you're watching us on Facebook, remember to like our post, like our page, and then be sure to follow us. We love to hear from you and be able to give you a shout out on there. So definitely love to hear from our viewers that way, so because we love to be able to present this to you on Manta Sports Media live on Facebook. So Rebecca Stevens still serving now for West Carter. This one's popped up, and now it's handled by Morgan County as they get it over the net. As Atkins gets it over to Jordan for another kill. Jordan's starting to heat up a little bit here tonight, as it is 18-4. Knew this was definitely going to be a big West Carter night tonight. They have been playing really well here. As that one sails out of bounds, last hit by Morgan County. So West Carter is now up by 15 points. And another hitting error for Morgan County. They're having some trouble with these Stevens' serves. She's getting them into the back and row and getting them down low. So she is making some good contact tonight. And Jordan with another kill. So another kill by Jordan gives West Carter a 21-4 lead. As we said, she's been getting a few. She's definitely been getting the reps for the past few games, and she's been getting them down. But they've been able to handle her attacks. But not Morgan County tonight, as there's another ace by Rebecca Stevens. So Jordan heating up here tonight with her attacks as this one goes up on the roof. But Morgan County tried to hit it over, but straight into the net. And so that is going to be West Carter 23 as they have a 19-point lead now going late into the first set. Morgan County gets this one over. Atkins sets it up to Jordan. And that one's just a bit long for her this time. And that's going to give Morgan County the point. So a long stretch there by the Lady Comets on serving. Rebecca Stevens with several serves, and finally broken by by an attacking error. It's Inskeep on the kill for West Carter. So it is 24-5 and set point now for the Lady Comets. As Jenna Jordan back to serve. She had several aces the other night, probably hoping for one here to finish off this first set. And this one out of bounds, outside of the antenna. And so that is going to finish it all for the first set as West Carter easily defeats the Morgan County Lady Cougars by a score of 25-5. And so just a reminder, you are watching Manta Sports Media live on Facebook. If you'd like to get in contact with us to advertise, sponsor, or donate, give us a call at 606-207-3315. You can also text us at that number. In addition, you can send us an email at mantissportsmedia@gmail.com. And you can also message us here on Facebook as well. So we'd love to be able to hear from you. Like I said, we've been hearing from several people here in the last little bit. Good to hear from you all. It makes me feel good that we're able to provide this service for everybody, especially during this pandemic time. So thank you for tuning in with us and being a loyal Mantis Sports Media supporter, and in addition, and mostly, a West Carter High School supporter as well. So West Carter not having too much trouble during that opening set. Definitely it was more errors on the Morgan County side than actual kills from West Carter, so that's going to affect their stats just a little bit tonight. But Jordan definitely picking up a couple kills. Inskeep picking up one of her own. Peyton Stegall with another one of hers as well. So West Carter definitely showing up the offense, but most of it coming right off the serve of Rebecca Stevens, as she was a long time behind that line, putting it right to Morgan County as their woes continue to struggle, continue for the Morgan County Lady Cougars this season. So West Carter bringing back out again Atkins, Stevens, Jordan, James, Hay, and Stegall. Morgan County's bringing back out on their lineup. Number 1, Allen. 31, Keaton. Number 17, Lewis. Number 2, Stacy. Number 4, Woodward. And number 9, Baldwin. As Peyton Stegall set to serve here for West Carter to start the second set. And Morgan County finally getting an offensive set on there for an attack, but Jordan drills this right to the back, but they were able to dig that one out. Atkins gets one to the back row herself, but dug out by Morgan County, and then another error on the pass up to the front from Morgan County, as that one goes into the net and falls down to the ground, giving the point to West Carter. And so this one off the hands of Allen gives Stegall her first ace of the set. So 2-0 now, West Carter. And this one, contact made by number 2, Stacy, as it goes out of bounds after that. So another ace by Stegall. And this one gets to the net and blocked by Stevens, puts it down. But they're going to say that she made contact with the net, so that's going to give Morgan County the point. So she was up there, but just on her follow through, she hit the ball, went back down, but made contact with the net on her follow through. Jordan with another attack, but that one's off the net, so it slows it down just a touch, and as that attack by Keaton sails out of bounds for Morgan County, giving West Carter back the serve and the point, so it's 4-1 West Carter as Madison Atkins set to serve. Macy Inskeep comes in for Haley James. And a rare serving fault by Atkins is going to give Morgan County the point, and so it is now 2-4. So I believe this is Olivia Wright, if I'm not mistaken, number 8, checking in for Morgan County. And hitting error on Hay gives Morgan County the point and cuts the West Carter lead to 1. As number 4, Haley Woodward, now serving for the Lady Cougars. Stevens gets this one up. Atkins, high set to Stevens. Kind of out of position, but that's going to tie the ball game back up at 4-all. So both teams are squared back up early in this second set. And this one, strong attack off of Jordan, and they can't handle that one as the dig went straight up into the air, and so kill by Jordan. As Cora Burton checking in for the Lady Comets, going to be replacing Hay. And this one marked out of bounds just a little bit to the right. Ties the game back up at 5-all. As number 17, Lydia Lewis, serving for Morgan County. As Atkins gets this one set up to Jordan, and that one sails a bit long. And now Morgan County, I believe, has their first lead at the night at 6-5. And Jordan, another attacking error right into the net. Now gives Morgan County a 2-point lead. Sometimes it is a little bit difficult when you get a big lead and you win the first set huge. Sometimes it's hard to keep your focus. As Inskeep gets this one to the back row. Morgan County putting it out to Airwood, to Atkins, and now tipped by Burton. But that's one-handed by Morgan County. Free ball. West Carter setting up the offense, gets it to Inskeep. Dug out by Morgan County. Airwood sets this one up to Burton, who underhands it over the net, and Morgan County keeping the ball alive. So good rally this time as Jordan one-hands it over the net. And Jordan now with the block. So that cuts the Morgan County lead down to 1 on the Jordan block. And Malia Airwood now serving for the Lady Comets. As we have a hair issue. Sometimes that delays the game just a touch. Now we're ready to go. And that is an ace by Airwood. Ties up the ball game at 7-all. And that one's in the net, going to give Morgan County back the lead at 8-7 on the serving error. Number 31, Allison Keaton, senior, now serving for Morgan County. And that one, a hitting error on West Carter, gives Morgan County back a 2-point lead at 9-7. So Morgan County definitely getting a little bit more production this time against the Lady Comets. As Stevens gets this one, and Atkins gets it over to Stegall. Morgan County able to handle this one. Inskeep to Atkins to Stegall, and that one is out of bounds just a bit to hard on that one, and so Morgan County now has a 3-point lead against the Lady Comets. And so this one dug out by Stevens. Had to stretch out to get that one. Free ball over by Morgan County as Inskeep gets this one just off the top of the tape. And that was Stacy having trouble getting a hold of that one. Kind of hits it down and into her other arm for the West Carter point. So Haley James checking in for West Carter. And number 1, Abby Allen, coming in for Stacy for Morgan County. As James is now serving. And that one, ace for James. Just put it right in front of the defender from Morgan County. She had to stretch out to get it, but just a little bit too slow on the reaction. So Morgan County gets this one, and that one sails behind Airwood and out of bounds. So West Carter ties it back up at 10-all. As James still serving for West Carter. And that one touched and inbounds, so West Carter getting back the lead at 11-10. Off of the back of James's serve. And this one off of Woodward and out of bounds. So it might be a little question about the scorekeeping right now. We have it as 12-10, but the scoreboard here at West Carter has it as 13-10. Of course, they are more official as what we have. I don't know if it's a lineup check that's going on at the moment. And Coach Conley comes over, trying to straighten things up. So now the official's going to talk to Coach Tackett. We'll go ahead and bump this up to 13 unless they make a change on it as well. So West Carter now with a 3-point lead, according to the scoreboard here at West Carter. As number 3, Kazera Hopkins, junior, checking in now for Morgan County as she's going to be replacing Abby Allen. And perhaps she's not. Okay, number 2, Emma Stacy is coming back in for number 1. Now in volleyball, definitely one thing to remember is with the substitutions, you can only go back in the same serving order as what you came out in. Now you can put as many players as you want to within that serving order. However, once you're in on that serving order, you cannot change. Of course, now 3, that's Hopkins coming in now for Stacy. So I don't know if they were trying to get her back in, or maybe she was already in and then try to sub her back out. Sometimes it gets a little bit confusing with the lineups and everything else, but that one kind of ices down James, and so Morgan County's got the point, and so we've got it as 13-11, West Carter with the 2-point lead. As number 1 coming in now, Abby Allen, ready to serve for Morgan County. This one dug out by James. Good save by West Carter as this one's freed over. James is going to set it up. This one's going to Atkins, and she hits it hard to Keaton, but they're able to dig that one out and keep it alive. As Atkins sets this one up to Seagull. And another hard shot, but Morgan County definitely keeping this alive, and that one hit to the net by Baldwin, but doesn't make it over, and so point goes to Wes Carter. He had Stevens there on the block, ready to go, but not needed. As Kenzie Hay checks back in for Wes Carter and is now serving. And so hitting error against Lewis of Morgan County gives Wes Carter now a 4-point lead. So miss hit, but able to keep that one alive as they get it over the net. And Atkins is waiting on it for the monstrous block. So they just lightly hit it right over, and Atkins was right there. She was already in the air by the time they were hitting it over, and able to put it away for Wes Carter. Another hitting there on the front row of Morgan County. Gives Wes Carter a 6-point lead now at 17-11. I think the Wes Carter team settled back down, realized they need to play some volleyball, taking the lead back and starting to stretch it out just a little bit. Morgan County gets this one over as Airwood. Good dig out. James gets it up to Atkins, who hits it too deep against Morgan County. Atkins now with the set to Stegall, and that one off the arm of Keaton, going to give Stegall the kill and Wes Carter the 7-point lead. It's 18-11. As I said before, usually when you win a set pretty big, you kind of start reserving some of your energy, and it's kind of hard to get that killer attitude out there, but Wes Carter definitely getting it back in as the pass by Baldwin goes to the net, and mishandled, hit right underneath the net, giving Wes Carter now 19 points. And Hay hits that one into the net, so point Morgan County. As number 9, Baldwin, now serving for Morgan. So serving error, giving Wes Carter now the 20th point. So Wes Carter 5 points away from putting away the second set. As Peyton Stegall back to serve now for the Lady Comets. And miss hit there by Allen. Goes all the way back to the stage, and so ace, another ace by Stegall. And so diving, trying to get a diving dig was Baldwin, but couldn't complete it, and bounces out of bounds, and so point goes to Wes Carter. This one dug over by Morgan County, set up by James, and that's going to be an Atkins kill. And she pops it right off the defender of Morgan County, and that one sails just about right to the referee. So it's outside the antenna, the boundary marker, or the candy cane as we call it, and out of bounds. So Morgan County getting an offensive setup this time as they are able to get a good attack, and that one by Jordan sails out of bounds. So the Wes Carter lead now is 10. As we're getting a substitution now by Morgan County, number 2, Emma Stacy, coming in for Hopkins. So Atkins getting the attack. That one dug out by Morgan County, attacked by Morgan, and that is a kill by Lewis. Lydia Lewis of Morgan County gets her first kill of the night as she puts it in straight to the back row and off of the dig. short pass up to the front. James tried to handle it, had to stretch out for it, but was not able to get that one. And so Morgan County down by 8 late into the second set. West Carter's only 2 points away from putting this one away, but Morgan County's hanging on. As this one goes to Stevens and off the arm of Keaton. So West Carter is now at set point, 24-15. As Inskeep is coming back in for the Lady Comets. And Atkins looking to close this one out. And another serving error. So Atkins with 2 serving errors during this set. Very unusual for her, but sometimes, once you do play a team, they can throw off your rhythm just a little bit. Because for the last few games, the Lady Comets have been playing some pretty tough teams. Fairview. And there is a kill there by West Carter, and that's going to finish things out for the second set. So West Carter takes this one, goes a little bit deeper into the game, but the final score on this set is 25-16. So just a reminder, you're watching Manta Sports Media live on Facebook. If you'd like to contact us, shoot us an email at mantasportsmedia@gmail.com or give us a call or text at 606-207-3315 or give us a message on Facebook. Love to hear from you. Also, don't forget to put a comment down there tonight. Tell us who you're rooting for or if you got a specific player that you'd like to give a shout out to. And make sure that you do like Manta Sports Media. Be sure to follow us. And then also share the video because we like to be able to get this out to as many people as possible. Because definitely during this pandemic with limited ticket sales, of course, they only have so many that they can sell. They do sell them at the gate. But definitely a different environment to be in because usually, when you go to a sporting event, you're, enjoying your popcorn and drinks, which they do have those available. But you have to wear a mask every other time period. And so it definitely gets a little bit warm. And, kind of a different environment to be in, but definitely good to be out and watching some West Carter volleyball tonight. So West Carter is now leading 2-0 midway through this match. Of course, remember volleyball matches are best 3 out of 5. And the first 4 sets are to 25, win by 2. Of course, the JV matchup, that's the one that's 2 out of 3, and they play to 21. But this varsity matchup, the 16th region plays best 3 out of 5 to 25, and you have to win by 2 on the first 4 sets. And then if we have to go to a 5th and deciding set, that one goes to 15, and you have to win by 2. So West Carter bringing out Atkins, Stegall, Stevens, James, Hay, and Jordan. And Airwood's going to be checking in as the libero. As Morgan County going to be serving to start the third set is going to be number 9, Haley Baldwin, a senior. And so Stegall gets this one and blocked by Lydia Lewis, but hits it a little bit to the left and out of bounds. And so West Carter strikes first on the blocking error of Morgan County. So Stegall back to serve. This one set up way high. Going to be a free ball by Morgan County. This one over to Jordan, and that one gets inside. So another kill by Jordan tonight. I think that's about her third or fourth one by my records, but she may have a couple more out there. So definitely having a good night for her, but of course difficult to get some kills tonight against this Morgan County team. They're having some problems with their passing, and kind of like it doesn't get you the kills on the scoreboard, so their kills are probably going to be a little bit less tonight, but definitely the kill leaders are picking up a few here off and on, as that one sails just right for Stegall, giving Morgan County their first point of the set. And now number 2, Emma Stacy, will be serving. Emma's another senior, so looks like Morgan County's got 4 seniors on the team this year. As that Stevens gets a kill for Wes Carter. Puts that one to the back shelf between the defenders. As Inskeep comes in now for Hay. And Atkins now serving. Gets this one over, and another hitting error against the Lady Cougars. Gives Wes Carter the 4-point lead. I know I've coached some teams before, and you just struggle most of the season, and it is hard to keep your motivation, but you have to keep on telling them, keep playing it. As Atkins gets another ace for her tonight. But you just have to keep on telling them to play. I've had a season where I've only won 1 game with the squad, but you got to keep going out and putting your best foot forward, because you never know when eventually you're either going to get a team that you're going to be able to play up against, or when everything starts clicking. Of course, Morgan County going to be losing a lot of material for next year, so we'll have to see how they perform here in the future. But Wes Carter scoring several points and has the 7-point lead. So Morgan County is going to slow some things down just a little bit. Coach Conley wants to talk it over with her team as they call timeout. As we get back to the action here, Wes Carter has a 7-point lead. Atkins still serving for Wes Carter. As Wes Carter looks like they're going to be heading to 2-0 today in the 62nd district. Going to be giving them the top seed in the district, as number 37, the freshman Lauren Knipp, comes in for Wes Carter. And that one off the hands of Stacy. Gives another ace to Atkins. And Morgan County able to dig that one up, and a miss hit on the attack by Baldwin. Gets Wes Carter into double digits now and has a 9-point lead here about midway through the third set. So Wes Carter able to get their offense set up this time, and Inskeep with the hit, and a good pancake there to save it by Baldwin, but that one sails just left and behind the standard and the official, so that's out of bounds by Morgan County, and that gives Wes Carter now a double-digit lead, 11-10, or excuse me, 11-1. And out of bounds there by Morgan County. And popped up by Morgan County, able to get a free ball this time. West Carter gets the set up, gets to Inskeep, and for the kill. So Macy Inskeep with a couple kills tonight. As I said, sometimes, as the home team, of course, doing very well in this third set, playing a team of a different caliber does kind of throw you off a little bit, and sometimes get your offense just a little bit out of whack. As that one blocked by Lewis off the Jordan attack, and West Carter saves that one. And Lewis with the attack dug out by James. Atkins sets it up, gets it to Jordan. One-handed by Morgan County's Keaton. That bounces off the net, and another hitting error. And so that's going to give West Carter the point. So a little bit of excitement during that last rally as Jordan, nice hard hit, and Lewis able to get a block. So woes continue as West Carter scores another ace, giving him now a 14-point lead. And so hits it to number 9, Baldwin again, having trouble fielding up these serves by West Carter. So another ace by Atkins. Warren County able to get this one over the net as Jordan on the attack and off of a Cougar, and so that's going to be another kill for her. So 17-1. As West Carter calling in another sub, recently moved up, number 42, Alyssa Stone, sophomore, joining the varsity roster. As Woodward tried to handle that one, but she leaned back, and that popped it up behind her head, and so that will get you about every time. Generally, you got to keep in an athletic stance, knees bent, arms out, and you got to keep yourself in front of the ball. As that one hit from the back row into the net, and not able to be dug out by West Carter. As number 6, freshman Anna Duncan comes in now for West Carter. JV standout now coming in, getting some playing time as Atkins with another serving error on the night. And number 8, I believe this is Olivia Wright, sophomore from Morgan County. As number 4, Woodward now serving. Atkins this time sets up Stone, and that one sails long. So point goes to Morgan County. So it's 19-3, West Carter with a 16-point lead. And that one between the standard and the net, going to give West Carter their 20th point on the Morgan County serving error. As Cora Burton checking in now for Anna Duncan. And Lauren Knipp back to serve now for the Lady Comets. As I think they're checking the lineup to make sure everything's okay. Because usually the R2 down below has a card that should have the lineup, and usually it's good practice for the second official or the down official to check in with the scorebook to make sure that they have what should be the proper rotation. As Airwood sets this one up to Atkins, who hits it deep, but Morgan County able to dig that one out. Atkins with the dig, gets this one over to Burton, who free balls it. So Morgan County sets it up to Lewis, gets an attack there. Atkins over to Inskeep, dug out by Morgan County. And so Stone on another attack and gets her first kill of the season. So West Carter now still in the driver's seat at 21-3. As Atkins gets this one up to Stone again, pushes it over. Morgan County taps it over. Hard for him to get an offense. Really their main target as Atkins gets a kill off the Boyd County defender. Gets West Carter's 22nd point. Now looking at Morgan County, really their big target that they've had some struggle getting it to her has been Lydia Lewis. She's had a couple blocks on the night as West Carter scores another ace by Nip. So this one's popped up. Back over in free ball by Morgan County as they were able to get that back into play. Stone once again on the attack. Free ball once again by Morgan County as Nip digs that one out to Airwood, and free ball over by Atkins. Morgan County going to try to see if they can get this. Can't get it quite over to their outside hitter. And this one's just a bit strong by Stone. Brings their score right now 23-4 as Rebecca Stevens checks back in for West Carter. Generally, you want to get always the first pass. You want to get that to your setter, kind of like that right there as Burton with the attacking error. But you want to get that ball to your setter so that they can identify where their attackers are going to be at and be able to make the play. But if you can't get a good set, you're not going to have a very strong offense. As Morgan County able to get the ball set up to Baldwin for her first kill on the night. So Morgan County gets their 6th point. West Carter still at 23. And Lewis serving for Morgan County. As Airwood takes this and back rows attack. And that one hitting error, trying to pop it up, but not enough underneath it. And so West Carter now is at match point. As Stone going to be serving for West Carter. Warren County able to free ball this one over. As Atkins was going up, but that not needed as it went over the net, and West Carter gets that 25th point, and that is going to be the match for this evening. So West Carter finishes things pretty strong with a 25-6 win in that third set. So that is going to be our final here tonight. West Carter beating district rival Morgan County in straight sets, 3-1 or 3-0. And so as West Carter usually sings the fight song after a home victory, and so that's going to end things up for us here at West Carter in a match that took under an hour. I believe we're sitting at about 50-some minutes right now, so a pretty quick match as far as volleyball standards go. West Carter able to get the job done pretty quickly. Several errors by the Morgan County Cougars plagued them all night with hitting errors. Really couldn't get their offense up and running against the Lady Comets, and the Lady Comets a lot of times could just sit back and just kind of watch the Lady Cougars trying to make some plays on the ball, but kind of a difficult game to watch on there tonight. But West Carter now sitting on top of the 62nd district with 2-0, with a 2-0 record They are on top of now sole position at that number 1 slot. East Carter holding on to the number 2 slot with a record of 1-1. They beat Morgan County earlier, first game of the season, and then West Carter beat them. And so we are definitely looking at West Carter getting that prime position into the district tournament. Depending on if Elliott County is going to be playing in that, West Carter may end up getting a first round bye because with a 4 seed with a 4-team district, usually the 1 team will play the 4, in which in this case with Elliott County not playing that many games, only 2 games against Bath County, they would naturally be in that 4th position. And so if Elliott County does play in the district tournament, they will be probably facing West Carter in the opening match. But if Elliott County doesn't play, that takes it down to a 3-team district. And so that would mean that West Carter gets the automatic bid into the final round of the district tournament. Several years back when West Carter was in what we call the 59th district, that's all the way back when I was coaching very early on in the career of West Carter. This was right around 2008, 2009, 2010. We were only a 3-team district. It was West Carter, East Carter, and then Morgan County. And so generally whoever got the number 1 seed in that 3-team district got the automatic first round bye into the championship. And so West Carter definitely their night tonight as they finish things off very quickly against the Morgan County Cougars. And so West Carter, as we said, is going to be taking a look at going down to Bath County on Thursday night. JV game starts at 6 o'clock, and then varsity game afterwards, probably somewhere around 7 to 7:15. Of course, West Carter easily beat Bath County on a game seen here on Manta Sports Media on the 19th. So probably looking for another win. And West Carter, I mean, their kind of road that they're taking a look at for the rest of the season kind of looks like a lot of wins their way, but we can't count our chickens before they hatch. We have to play the games. So West Carter extended now out to 8-1 on the season, with the only loss coming from Boyd County. Definitely that's a tough Boyd County team. But Boyd County having a few struggles themselves, so it is really anybody's 16th region. If I would put in from the teams I've seen so far, of course, I would have to put probably West Carter tied for a number 1 slot on there with Boyd County. And then probably in that second position, I'd have to probably put in Russell, followed maybe by Russell and Blazer kind of topping up there as well. And then Fairview definitely playing strong as they gave West Carter a challenge here and took them down to the wire. So, like I said, it could be anybody's game set up here for the 16th region tournament coming up past midpoint of October. For the Morgan County Cougars, they are going to be taking on Powell County at home tomorrow night for a Wednesday night game, and then they're going to be taking on East Carter on the 24th. And that should finish up their week. And, of course, that's another district matchup that's going to be held at East Carter. Game time is set for 6 o'clock for the JV. So I'd like to thank Donna and Jeffrey Buckler for tuning in today. Definitely like to see them out here as well. So thank you for tuning in. And so this is Jeff Irwin with Manta Sports Media signing off here tonight from West Carter High School. Once again, final score is 3-0 West Carter over Morgan County in a district matchup. So have a good evening, everybody. God bless you, and we will see you at the next time. Just pay attention to our Facebook page, and because, as we said, the Lady Commons is going on a little bit of a away streak as they are the next 4 games are away, and that includes the tournament this Saturday over at Raceland. Of course, football, that's going to be down at Shelby Valley, so West Carter getting their own the varsity football squad getting a little bit of an away stint with their next home game set for October 9th against Prestonsburg. So hopefully we'll try to maybe see if we can make it down to Bath County for the football game on the 2nd, but we keep tuned on to our Facebook, and we'll be glad to keep you posted on when our next airing is going to be. So for Jeff Irwin and Manta Sports Media, we'd like to thank you for your viewing here today, and God bless you all, and take care, and we'll be seeing you next time. And remember, you can't spell win without the W.